Hi guys, it's Gemma. Welcome to my channel. This video is going to show you how to create this effective yet very quick makeup look. I hope you enjoy watching. First thing we're going to do is start off by priming the skin, and for that I'm going to use MUA's Professional Primer. If you haven't got the time for that, you can skip this step, and instead of using a separate primer and foundation, you could perhaps try using a BB cream. When you've applied your primer, we move on to the foundation. Obviously, if you're using a BB cream, you'd go straight to this step. Because I have a little more time today, I'm going to apply my foundation using my brush. However, if you are low on time, you can of course use your fingers to apply this, as it is quicker. What we're going to do with our brush is we're just going to work that into the skin. When you've finished applying your foundation or your BB cream, personally I would recommend applying a concealer, mostly around the eye area and obviously to any imperfections you may have. This step really doesn't take that long, so this is one that I would keep in regardless of how much time I did or didn't have. I'm just going to dab my concealer around my eye where my problem areas are, such as my dark circles, little in the corner of the nose, and just over any blemishes I may have. And then, either using our finger or our foundation brush, we're going to blend this in. Next step, and this one is personal choice, is powder. I choose to powder down, again regardless of how much time I do or don't have, purely because I don't like to be shiny. And I mostly apply this across my forehead, down my nose, lightly across my cheeks, especially on the apples because that's where I get a lot of shine, and also on my chin. The next step is bronzing. Now this really is personal preference and would depend on how much time you have. I never used to like bronzing, but I've since sort of discovered what a bronzer that I like and that works for me. And now, as a rule, I do tend to use bronzer just to add a bit of contour into my face. The bronzer I'm going to use is MUA's Bronzed Perfection. And this is a really nice matted bronzer, so you don't get that real sort of shimmery glitter ball effect. And all I'm going to do is take a really large fluffy brush, loaded with the product. Make sure you tap your excess off, and I'm just going to work that underneath my cheekbones, sort of in the hollows of my cheek, if you will. If you're unsure how to find these areas, you can pull the most attractive face to get them, and that is a face. And you apply it in there, and that will help add the contouring. Just work with really light strokes of this. It's better to have not enough product on your brush and gradually build it up than it is to have too much and perhaps have to start the whole look again. I also like to apply my bronzer just across the forehead and down my nose. It helps give a really nice sun-kissed look, especially now the winter's coming in and we seem to be lacking sun. It just helps keep you looking healthy all year round. Now, regardless of how much time you do or don't have, I would recommend blusher, just if nothing else, on the apples of your cheek to help add a little wash of colour. And I'm just going to blend that over the apples and slightly up the back of the cheek to merge in with that bronzer that I've already applied. When we're done with the face, it's time to move on to the eyes. Now this is where you can really sort of cut it down depending on how much time you have, or you can take your time and sort of add more aspects to the makeup. All depends on how much time you have. I will of course explain this as we go along. The palette we're going to be working from is MUA's Immaculate collection, and this is a 24 colour palette and it is perfect for this sort of look. Now the first shade we're going to work with is that one there. Regardless of how much time I have, this is the one step that I would do at all times. I'm going to take that shade and work it all over my eyelid, right next to the lash line, into the inner corners, right up to the brow bone. And for that, I'm using a fluffy brush. Now, depending on how much time you have, it would depend what step I do next. I'm either going to go on to do the full makeup, which I'm going to show you next, or what I would do is take maybe a coloured eyeliner if I'm short on time, and just work that along the lower lash line, just to add a real nice pop of colour without taking too much time. One of my favourite eyeliners at the moment for this sort of look is MUA's gel liner in Tribe, which is a really nice bright blue, and it really helps open up the eye, and it's very effective without spending time worrying about doing eyeshadows and blending, etc. Still working from the Immaculate collection, is take that eyeshadow there, that nice pink, and with a flat round brush I'm going to work that over my eyelid, over the white that's already there, about 3/4 of the way up, so I'm just coming to underneath my brow bone. This just adds a really nice wash of colour. If you don't have much time, you can move straight onto mascara after this step, or maybe an eyeliner then mascara. That is the beauty of this particular makeup look that I'm showing you. It's very easily adaptable, all depending on how much time you have. My next step, because I have a bit more time, is I'm going to take that shade there, which is shade 12 of the Immaculate collection, and a soft angle brush. And all I'm going to do is lightly work that into the crease over that pink that's already there. Just adds a little bit of definition. I find the tones of these two particular eyeshadows work really well together. I'm gently going to work that under the eye as well, close to the lash line. I personally leave this look there where eyeshadows are concerned, but perhaps if the eye makeup isn't dark enough for you and you have a bit extra time, or you want to just change up that lighter brown shade to something darker, I just take that shade there, which is shade 2 of the Immaculate collection, and work that into the crease instead. My next step is my eyebrows. Now this is one step, regardless of how much time I have, I really have to do. I forgot to say before I did my eyebrows, once you've applied your eyeshadows, make sure you take a blending brush and just smooth it over and blend it all together. Next step for me is I'm going to apply MUA's liquid eyeliner, and that's in their brown shade. Obviously you can skip this step if you don't have the time or if you don't want to wear eyeliner. It's all personal preference. You can obviously make your eyeline as thick or as thin as you wish. Obviously the next step would be mascara, but because I have a little extra time today, I'm going to go on to apply some false eyelashes just to help open up my eyes a bit more and give a bit extra length to my lashes. Right, when you're ready, move on to mascara. And if you haven't got time to apply false lashes but you want quite an eye-opening effect, I find one of the best mascaras for that is Benefit's Their Real Mascara. And I'm just going to work that in from the root of the lashes right through to the tip. Don't forget to do your bottom lashes. When you're done with the mascara application, I personally would always do this step because it only takes a few seconds to do, and that's just run a white eyeliner just along the waterline. When you're ready to move on to the lips, what steps you take would of course depend on how much time you have left. You could finish this look off with the likes of a tinted lip balm. Love Hearts and MUA have collaborated and do a range of these, and they come in everything from a really nude buff colour right up to quite a bright pink, which are lovely. They're very conditioning. Or you can finish off with a lip gloss or a lipstick and gloss. But personally what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a lip liner and I'm going to work this all over my lips, basically colouring my lips in with this, and then finish it off with a gloss. That helps the colour be more intense and also helps it to stay put longer. If you follow all the steps in this makeup, including the eyeliner, the colouring of the lips, etc., it should take you no more than 25 minutes. If you condense this down, you could probably get away with doing the makeup in 10 minutes, if that. It's all down to practice and what steps you do. I hope this has helped you with creating a quick, easy yet effective makeup look. And until next time, thanks for watching. Bye.